In the middle of his excitement, the old man is suddenly disturbed by a fit of coughing that leaves him pale and exhausted. It is a few minutes before he can speak again. My name is Lori Kamar. I am an elder of the Magicians Guild of Turan, he says, slowly removing a small crystal star pendant, he's the symbol of the guild, from beneath his tattered robes. The guild is known as the Brotherhood of the Crystal Star, and the magician shows his pendant as proof of his identity. You ask him how he came to be imprisoned here in Ikaya, many hundreds of miles from his native Turan. And of course, there's a pretty picture of the guy right there. Vonatar, that unspeakable wretch, is responsible for my plight. Days before the Dark Lord invasion of Summerlun, he betrayed your Kai masters to win power, the black power of death and darkness. However, he failed to play his part in the war plans. In the war plans his evil masters had laid. The Dark Lords do not tolerate such weakness. Mercy has no place in their brutal minds. In the bitterness of defeat, they sought to destroy Vonatar for his crime of failure. Vonatar knew that I possessed the only means to effect an escape from their vengeance, for my guild staff has the power of teleportation. Normally, I use it to just pop down to the local supermarket and get some food and pop back.
I could escape with this, but
I don't think he has it with him, Piph.
It's right there in front of me with my scroll and
all the other things that they left for me.
It's right here.
I don't think that.
Use it.
I don't.
But I keep forgetting that I have it. Each time I remember it, I get distracted by a little rat or something.
Just keep.
Tell him to get me some cheese.
So, what's that? You mean that staff? What staff? What? Oh, right, that staff. He's tried to steal it and flee to the safety of Ikaya by himself, but he learnt that its power is not for all men to share. Only I am blessed with its secret. I was angry and would have murdered... Oh, he was angry.
I would have murdered everyone. If only I had my staff. Where did I put that thing?
That staff? Oh, there it is. He was angry and would have murdered my kinspeople had I not agreed to bring him here, so I had no choice but to do so. Wait. So the entire guild could not take that one guy down?
You couldn't even take on walls.
Ever since I have been a prisoner in this cell, Vonatar has tortured my body and my mind, but I have not divulged the secret of my guild staff, which he now keeps in the hall of Burlmak. For if I were to tell him, my life would no longer be of any value. You tell Lol Kamar of your mission and of the events that have led to your meeting.
That's an I.
Huh? Oh, Loey? Loey
I was like,
Kaibar.
that's an interesting name, Lol Kamar.
Lol. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Loy Kamar, of your mission and the events that led up to your meeting. He offers to show you a route through Ikaya to the hall of the Burlmak, where Vonatar now resides as a ruler. If you can retrieve his guild staff, he promises to teleport you to the coast in time to rendezvous with your ship. For the first time since you fell into the caverns of Kalt, you feel confident your mission can now succeed.
If he didn't do this, you would have been screwed.
Was I the only one who thought that was a little bit of a dirty lie?
You're a dirty lie.
Hang on, what's
I
this? Oh, okay.
You
If you
possess-
possess a glowing crystal, which you don't.
Nope.
So you're not good at. Follow me, says Loy Kamar. I've listened to the sounds of Ikaya for over a year, and the secret sliding doors and hidden routes here are no mystery to me, really. Just from your cell and listening, you know exactly where everything is. That's pretty impressive. I have learned more about these corridors and passages from the confines of my cell than Vonatar has discovered with all of his cunning. Really? Wow.
All of them. Don't worry about it.
This guy's a little full of himself, don't you think?
Honestly, though, if he really did that, if he learned more about this fortress from a prison cell than Vonatar did with all of his efforts, I think he deserves it. I mean, Mr. Sixth Sense over here can't even tell how to get out of a graveyard. You follow the old magician through a network of secret passages and tunnels, up long flights of stairs and into chambers dark and cold. At the top of one very steep staircase, you come to a stone door. A strange sickly smell is seeping through a small spy hole. The kitchens, whispers Loy Kamar, showing his distaste for Ikaya cuisine by sticking out his tongue and grimacing like a 3-year-old. Just this picture of an old man. You can sense that this secret door opens next to a fireplace which burns a roaring fire. Hanging over the fire is a large stone cauldron of gruel. 2 ice barbarians sit at a table nearby with empty bowls in front of them. You do not have Grave Weave or Gallow Brush, so you can open the secret door and launch a surprise attack.
Surprise, you don't do it good.
The ice barbarians are taken completely by surprise. You have killed one of them before the other has time to react to your attack. He is unarmed but determined to fight you. Do we equip or unequip Summer Sword?
I think I should be fine.
So unequip.
Let's unequip that.
Your Warhammer is still equipped, so you should be good. Fight! Yeah, I think you'll be okay.
Jesus Christ.
Never mind. You won't be okay if the random number table
If only I
screws
had
you.
The summer sword.
The random number table's like, oh, I sense confidence in this one.
I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain.
Oh, he's still got 2 hit points. He's not dead yet.
Son of a bitch.
It's almost like you rushed in there, very skillfully killed one guy, and then like tripped over your own shoelaces or something. Done. You did it. Woo! You only lost like 5 endurance points. 6, actually, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You drag the bodies out of the kitchen and prop them behind a secret door. When you return, Loy Kamar is busy examining the bottles of herbs that line the kitchen shelves. He pockets several jars and mixes contents of 2 others into a small bowl. He offers you a handful of dry leaves and urges you to eat them. They will restore your strength, Lone Wolf. You eat the sweet-tasting herbs and feel a warm glow radiating through your body. Restore 6 health points. Hey!
Wow, that's exactly how much I'm missing. Thanks, Herb.
Mazel tov.
I even got that 1 hunger point away.
That's true, you did, didn't you?
A good thing I got camouflage. Whatever.
We're on the same level as the Hall of the Burlamax, whispers Loy Kamara, peering through a crack in the kitchen door. It's at the end of the corridor. 2 ice barbarians stand beside the jewel-encrusted doors that lead to the Great Hall. They are covered from head to toe in strange bone armor and armor with crystal swords. The old wizard steps back... Wait. In strange bone armor and armed with crystal swords. Okay. That makes more sense. The old wizard steps back from the door and says, we must deal with them silently and swiftly. He takes 3 jars from his pockets and mutters a strange incantation as he mixes the contents together in a stone bowl. There is a pitcher of water on the table. He splashes a few drops onto the herbs, and whiffs of blue smoke arise. This will silence the guards if we can move it close enough to them. Well, you have camouflage, so...
I wonder how you splash drops.
Very skillfully.
Just like throwing like single droplets on it.
Like he gets like a little bit on his finger and then just like flicks it. It's like, dude, you could just pour... No. Loy Kamar hands you some strips of cloth with which you plug your nostrils. You take a deep breath, pick up the bowl of smoking herbs, and leave the kitchen. Using your Kai discipline of camouflage to blend in with the shadows of the corridor, you edge your way nearer and nearer to the unsuspecting guards. You leave the bowl in the shadow of a pilaster and return to the kitchen and wait for it to take effect. In less than a minute, the ice barbarians collapse to the floor, and you approach the hall of Burlamac undetected. You are delighted to discover that one of the great jewel doors is unlocked. Otherwise, you would have just given up and gone home. Oh, well.
Phew, this random door is unlocked.
Wouldn't the guards have noticed, like, the smoke slowly creeping its way towards them? You can't really hide
Who knows? Maybe Vonatar's a smoker. Maybe they just thought he'd light up or something, you know? Oh, he's at it again. Preparing
This is a fireplace, I think.
Preparing yourself for attack, you gently push the door ajar and into Vonatar's chamber.
Oh, I'm already there. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're there, man. The hall
I'm
of the
not ready for this.
The hall of the Burlamac is a vast chamber constructed of crystal blocks rising to the center plateau. On this stands the Burlamac throne, as old as Achaia itself. There, Vonatar sits, surrounded by the tomes and Ildurich trappings of a necromancer. He is wrapped in study and does not see you enter the hall. He remains oblivious to your presence until Loy Kamar sneezes.
God, Lord, fucking God.
I could just see Lone Wolf like back backhanding him after you see it. Like, come on, man,
Like,
really?
really? Seriously?
Vonotar's like, who? Seriously? Like he like puts up a finger to Vonotar, like, just a minute. What the hell, man? But yeah, you got here really fast because someone didn't want to explore anything.
Well, yeah, I'm most likely gonna do more of that in the next book. But like the freaking books have got me like freaking just scared of everything.
I know. It's so great. I can tell you now because you did miss a pretty cool item that would have been useful for the rest of the series, but nothing horrible. You'll survive.
Pretty been useful for the rest of the series.
No, it's a silver helmet that increases your combat score by 2.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
you can
probably.
keep it throughout all the books. But yeah, like I said, it's not like the summer sword. That one.
It was probably behind one of the doors, wasn't it?
Yup. I can tell you this too now. I'll wait until the book's over because there's a story. Who dares disturb me, he hisses, rising from the Burlamac throne, his eyes searching for an intruder. Upon seeing you, he emits a horrified grasp and fumbles for his black staff. He has the look of a criminal who has been discovered in the act of some dreadful crime. Quickly you rise your weapon and begin to climb the crystal pyramid. You know that you have little time to reach him if you are to overpower and capture him alive. You reach the edge of the plateau in time to see a wide circle of blocks descending around the throne. Between you and Vonotar, a deep moat is forming. Wow, I read that so weirdly. Between you and Vonotar, a deep moat is forming. Then, from the depths of the moat, you hear a ghastly, inhuman gibbering. You brace yourself for combat, but are totally unprepared for the horror that now faces you. From out of the dark slithers a huge, ghoulish green monster. Its deformed head and massive tentacles and suckers that ooze a putrid black slime. At the center of this writhing mass, a hideous yellow eye pulsates. Vonotar has control over this monster, and he is directing it towards you, which... What a cuddly monster that is.
Oh,
He looks
yeah,
good.
straight out of a Japanese love book.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. If you possess an effigy, you do not. If you possess an effigy but do possess the summer sword,
I do possess the summer sword.
time to pull this baby out. All right. We should probably equip it, honestly. Let's
Yes.
summer sword equip. There we go. The tentacled horror rises from the moat and attacks you. You glimpse Vonotar raising his black
this is-
staff. Huh? What?
Just looking at his combats.
Oh. Vonotar rises his black staff and fixes his gaze towards Loi Kamar. He is attacking the old magician with his mind force! You realize that if Loi Kamar is killed, the secret of the guild staff will die with him. Before you can do anything else, you must fight the monster to the death. This is an Akranionor, one of the undead. Remember to double all endurance points lost by this enemy during combat due to the power of the summer sword. Cool. Honestly, I love it. The book always tells you the name of these monsters when you fight them, even though you have no way of knowing it. So I just imagine that Lone Wolf just makes up these names. I am fighting,
Should we save, or is that a...
yeah, we should probably save. That's a good
Or
idea.
maybe he has like a monster Pokédex in
Yeah.
his brain that activates.
All right, let's do this. +2, +2, +8, +1.
There we go.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. You
So
are
good
going to
first
do
strike.
24 points of damage. Nicely done. Couple more rounds
Well
like
on
that.
my way.
Yeah,
If I get an 8, it'd probably be over.
5.
Either higher.
so not quite.
Ow, you have wounded me again, giant beast. I think even a 1 would probably kill him. 4. He's dead. I get wounded even a little bit more from last time. Well, actually, no.
And congratulations, you beat it. You completed it in less than 5 rounds as well.
Yay!
As the vile Akranionor quivers and dies, Vonotar breaks off mind combat and runs back towards the Burlamac throne. Loi Kamar is badly shaken, but he has survived the ordeal. He quickly joins you at the edge of the moat and casts a handful of herbs down into the darkness. Within seconds, a mass of vines and creepers coil upwards to form a bridge. You are halfway across the bridge when Vonotar suddenly reappears, a crystal rod held in his hand. He takes aim at the mass of creepers, and a chilling cone of frost hurls from the rod's tip. Hey, you've got the summer sword.
I got no choice.
You point the summer sword towards Vonotar's crystal rod. In an instant, the cone of frost arcs from the bridge and shatters against the golden sword. You hear Vonotar curse you as, once again, the power of the summer sword saves you from his destructive magic.
Yep.
OP need nerf.
It's magic immune. You got this, kid.
Your time has come, shouts a voice, but it is Loy Kamar, not Vonotar, who now speaks. A knot of herbs flies through the air and hits Vonotar squarely in the chest. In an instant, the hunchback wizard is engulfed in a tangle of vines that ensnare him from head to toe. Loy Kamar bridges the moat with creepers and joins you on the platform. Be sure to remove his rings and amulets, he says, as he busily searches for his guild staff. He is a master of trickery. We would not want him to miss the special homecoming that awaits him in Summerland. You marvel at the old man's composure. After such a desperate fight, he seems completely unruffled. Ah, here she is, he announces triumphantly as he withdraws his guild staff from beneath the Brolomac throne. You pass him your map of Cult and point out the location of the Cardinal. I'll not be needing that, he replies, a little contemptuously. Maps are invariably wrong. You hear that, Piph? They're wrong. I prefer to rely on my own sense of direction. The old magician raises his staff, and a dazzling beam of light shoots from the tip. He makes 3 wide sweeps in the air, and the hall of Brolomac is transformed into an umbrella of color. Wouldn't it be great if, like, you completely missed the mark and you just stare at him? Don't want to use the map, huh?
Actually, that's entirely what I'm expecting.
As the colors fade, you become aware of a sudden drop in temperature. You are now standing upon the Lujuk ice shelf at a point less than half a mile from where the Cordonal lies at anchor. Loy Kamar and Vonotar are close by, both shivering in the chill morning air. Within minutes, you are sighted by the ship's lookout, and a longboat is dispatched. As a wriggling Vonotar is hoisted unceremoniously aboard the Cordonal and deposited in the brig, the captain is the first to congratulate you on your skill and daring.
Oh yeah, avoid a lot of doors.
What happened to the guys that went with you? Oh yeah, they're dead.
They died immediately because freaking I took a baby.
I think they died before you took the baby, but
Oh,
whatever.
well,
But yes, you did take a baby.
my skill and cunning made me take a baby.
They just look at you. What?
I didn't keep it.
I threw it away.
I threw that thing away. And then I freaking found these old people. And I took their orb of fire. Scared away a snake with it.
The snake's like, I really want it. I can't. But how did you manage to return so quickly? He asked incredulously. We were not expecting you for another 10 days. Let us say, interrupts Loy Kamar, that the wisdom of the Kai and the lore of the Magicians Guild can surpass the limitations of even time itself. Or you just used a staff to teleport. Why can't you just say that? Why you gotta be all mystical about it?
I'm telling you, this guy has the biggest head ever.
Your journey to Anskervin is swift, but you are saddened by your memories of the brave guides that were left behind. Hey, Piph.
Yeah?
What's their names?
Oh,
You don't even know their names!
nope. It's been a few days, excuse me.
Wow, best Kai Lord ever.
No, like seriously, like in real life. it's
I
been a few
was
days.
gonna say, honestly, I don't remember their names either, and I've read this book I don't know how many times. So you're not alone. When the news
Have
of...
Have you ever gotten through this with the guides intact?
No. Mm-mm. And I wanted to say something, but I can't until later books. But let's just say that this could be the start of a long and glorious tradition. When the news of Vonotar's capture becomes known, your warrior skills are required once again. This time in defense of your enemy against the seething mob of outraged Summerlundings that assault Askervin Goal. Safe passage is eventually secured to Tehran, where the trial awaits the traitor. Upon the dawn of the feast of Maysamarn, in the depths of the guild hall of the Crystal Star, Vonotar the traitor is tried by his brotherhood and found guilty of his terrible crimes. He is led away in silence to the deepest chamber of the guild hall, wherein lies the Dazinarn, a portal of total darkness, the door of eternal prison from which there can be no escape. No escape! Except for there's a footnote here. It's a footnote. Oh, yeah. Later books will contradict that there's no escape to that, but whatever. You are the avenger of his crimes. It is you who cast the wretched traitor into the limbo of the Daziarn. Your mission is now completed. You have survived the caverns of Carlton, freed Summerland from the menace of Vonatar. Actually, they already were freed from the menace of Vonatar, but whatever.
Yep.
But the heat of battle and the challenge of a new and desperate quest awaits you in Book 4 of the Lone Wolf series, entitled The Chasm of Doom. Good job, Piph. You did.
Yay.
So what I was going to say is, my story time. That first old guy you came across that you didn't have a rope for, I had a rope and I freed him and he was helping me and I was going and he was behind me and then all of a sudden he starts choking me from behind and he was a Hellgast. And it like really hurt me. It took me down like 10 health points, something like that. It was really bad. So when I came to the other guy, I was like, "You're a Hellgast, aren't you?" And like even like 6 books down the road, whenever I run into an old man, I'm like, "You're a Hellgast, aren't you?"
No, I already know not to trust old people.
I bet you.
I learned that in the first D&D experience I've been. Some will actually back me on this. The first old person I tried to help, which was at the top of a tower, like in chains, was actually like a giant like troll thing. I can't even remember exactly what it was. The next old person became a witch that summoned a high.
He was an ogre magi.
All right.
Is what he was.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he had some sort of illusion to make him look like an old man.